Where did my story begin? 7 years ago. Just starting to get into the world of day trading. I was determined, passionate, ambitious, and to be brutally honest, absolutely clueless. Looking back, I wish I knew what I was getting myself into. Fast forward to now, after countless wins, countless losses, and so many invaluable experiences, it's fair to say I would have embarked on my journey a little bit differently. Today, I wanted to share that journey, share my experiences, and explain exactly what I would do differently. Because, my friend, you might be exactly where I was 7 years ago today, and I think I can help you. Welcome to Trade Delicious. My name is Jordon Mellor, and it's a pleasure to be bringing this video for you today. Quite an exciting one, quite an emotional one to dive back through my journey and have a look at every mistake I've made to attempt to prevent you guys from making those same mistakes. While it seems something so invaluable, being the person sitting in the seat to dive into all of your mistakes, it's a scary thing to do, so bear with me. And if you guys do enjoy this video, I ask you leave a like or you leave a comment on what resonated with you, or even ask me a few questions so we don't waste our time here. We're doing this for your benefit, and I would love your feedback on how you feel it went. I'm the managing director here at Trade Delicious, where we talk everything trading with a little bit of a fun twist. Everything we do here is completely for free. So if you want to join us, we're live Monday to Friday on trading days, where we do a round of different content, and there's a bit for every single person. I'm also a senior analyst at Trade the Pool and the 5%ers, and I've been a day trader for a little over 7 years. So you know a little bit about me, you know my professional experience. It's time to get into it. The nitty gritty, the stuff you really came here to learn. I've gone ahead and I've broken this up into a number of different categories that we can go through step by step of what I believe are the key changes I would have adjusted if I were to go through learning again. This isn't something that just directly correlates to day trading or investing. This is the simple things which I would redo in all walks of life. This has been a fantastic learning curve, not just learning and becoming profitable as a trader, but everything it teaches you outside of trading the market is invaluable, and I'm hoping to share some of those experiences with you today. So without further ado, let's get into the first topic. Starting from scratch, day dot, first impressions of trading. I would have given myself a massive backhand to smack myself out of thinking that this is easy money. Trading is not easy money. We all know that deep down. A lot of people choose not to believe it because they can see what people are achieving, but it is not easy money. It's actually probably one of the hardest ways to make money, and to make money consistently. There's definitely better ways to make money. So if you are in this for money and you want to generate a profit, consider starting a business. Consider going through employment and then investing that employed income. There are definitely easier and smarter ways to make money than being a day trader. This is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and the issue is you don't get a piece of paper at the end to say you're qualified and you can do it. You have to be constantly reacting and constantly staying in the zone. It's very easy to fall off and lose that profitability in trading. That's something a lot of people don't understand. It's something a lot of people choose to ignore. They see it as a usual job. If I've done it for a year, I've got enough experience to be able to do it for a career. It's not the case. We are performance based. It's like being a high performance athlete. If you stop training, you'll stop making money. And it's very, very similar in trading. So that would be the first slap in the face I would have gave young Jordan, to let him know that what he is committing to is it's a whole new ball game, and it's something that you won't feel anywhere else unless you're a high performance athlete. Next would be moving into education. Where should you learn about trading? That's a real tough one, because we all know ambitious and ready to make a load of money as we walk into the day trading world. We know exactly the type of gurus who attract us, right? It's the guy with the mansion, the yachts, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. If he's making that much money, I want to learn from him so I'm able to learn. and make that much money, which in reality is common sense, right? But that's why these guys do it. It's a tactic. It's a marketing tactic. If people do know what they're talking about and they have those consistent returns, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be good educators, and it doesn't mean that their system's going to work for you. Learning to trade, it is great to have a mentor. It's great to learn from someone who's already doing it, heavily involved, and can teach you a lot about trading. But when it comes down to actual trading strategy, I highly recommend you check out my What is a Trading Edge webinar, because that's where it differentiates. I don't know anyone to this date that trades the exact way a mentor taught them and they make money non-stop. I always see everyone have their own little edge or own little adjustments. They may use it as a foundation, but the reality is how they are trading is through themselves, through trial and error, and getting an understanding of how to do that. So keep that in mind. There's not a Hail Mary strategy. There's not something you can go out, learn, and all of a sudden you're going to make money. It takes time to adjust. It takes time to understand, and it takes time to really generate profit when it comes through trading and learning to trade. If I could go back, I would also make an emphasis on learning macroeconomics a lot quicker along my journey. I got straight into CFDs. They're really easy to understand, really easy to trade, and really low cost. The thing is, I'm not the only people that get attracted to that. In fact, most people get attracted to that. And the issue is we see it as a bit of a cheat game. We don't have to go through complexity of options or futures. Try and understand level 2 data. No, it's very simple technical analysis based on CFDs, really low fees. This can be seen as a shortcut, and you don't want to start off your career via a shortcut. It's like telling people you've got a degree and then moving into the job, being asked to do the work. There's a good chance you're not going to know how to do it professionally and properly because you didn't actually get the degree. Don't skimp out because something looks complicated or it looks too complex. If it looks complex, looks complicated early on, there's a good chance that it's actually going to teach you a lot about the market and the way these assets move. You should learn it. Picking a trading platform to go off on that conversation, very, very simple, okay? Once again, don't look for the simplest, prettiest platform. It's what a lot of people do. The simplest and prettiest platform has been marketed that way for a certain market. Okay, if it's made to look simple and pretty and really easy to understand, anyone can trade. You've got to ask who their target market is and why they've done that. Traders are complex individuals. We want as much data on our screens as possible. If you can flatten it all out so we don't get that much data, why would you do that? These are things you want to ask. Don't just go to the easiest or the most used trading platform. Shop around and don't be intimidated by complexity. Complexity can normally teach you a lot about trading. Understanding the market. Boy, oh boy, it took me years to understand this. I don't mean understand trend and trend lines or technical analysis. I mean literally understanding how the market works, how the asset you're trading actually moves in price, what drives it, why it drives, what makes it go up, what makes it go down. And once again, I'm not talking supply and demand. I'm talking literally what has to happen for that number on the chart to change. These are some things that I've met professionals who traded for 15 years and they can't tell me exactly why the bid and ask price moves. They can't tell me what has to happen in order for that to move. This is something you really need to understand. Deep dive into the asset you're actually trading. You're trading futures, direct equities, options, CFDs, whatever it is you are trading. Have an understanding on what it is you are trading, especially when it comes down to leverage. This goes out to our FX traders because we are trading in a high leverage assets, especially the CFDs, okay? Guys, turn down that leverage. You should never need 500 to 1 or more leverage. And I want you to really dive in and understand what that leverage actually means. It'll frighten you, and rightly so. Understand your assets, understand what happens when you click buy and sell, understand why the market moves, and that'll give you a good foundation to build trading strategies off of. Paper trading. Demo trading, fantastic tool, which I believe is underutilized. The reason it's underutilized is because people just act like it's a fake tool, which it is. It's a fake account. You're trading fake assets, right? It's easy to make money or lose money. It doesn't matter. These demo accounts are really, really beneficial to learn a platform and to learn new techniques. Things like hedging, things like scaling in and scaling out of positions, a little bit more complex items in which you do later on in your trading career. Demo accounts are beautiful for testing these type of things, and it's something I highly recommend traders do. Utilize the demo account to test not only your trading, but also your execution, test new platforms, test new tools, new assets. Utilize these free accounts, okay? They're really, really beneficial. Yes, you won't make any money from it. Who cares? You're there to learn. Use them as learning tools. Strategy is something I could have talked myself into about 1,000 times, and I think I still would have went on the same journey as I did over the years. Strategy is something that people believe is out there, and you have to find or learn and then master it, and then you trade that. And the reality is the strategy will deliver you an edge. The strategy will deliver you probability in your favor, but being a trader and understanding what it means to be a trader and then being a trader on a consistent basis for profit purposes all comes down to in here and in here. It's got nothing to do with the strategy. You could have an absolute bare knuckle strategy, right, which just doesn't make any sense. But if statistically it just delivers that little bit of an edge, you can make a lot of money. And that's what I see a lot of people failing to see. And I was the same. Okay, this is something I went through. Remember, I'm talking to my younger self here. You would jump from strategy to strategy to strategy. You would find one, this resonates with me, this is really cool, this is how we do, this is how we execute the positions, and you'll define the rules perfectly. It'll be really, really good. And then you'll go to your first drawdown, or you'll just lose interest. You'll just lose interest in the strategy. And all of a sudden you're throwing it out and you're going to the next guru or you're going to the next YouTube video to learn a new strategy. And this is a vicious cycle that you go through. It took me a very long time to break that cycle and actually get an understanding that the strategy isn't what was holding me back. The strategy wasn't the issue. The assets wasn't the issue. It was my mental stability. It was my ability to be disciplined and follow the process and seriously analyze my data, my performance, and make adjustments based on that. And that's exactly what you need to do. So I highly recommend, if that resonates with you, take a step back and dive into you and really look within and focus on discipline and consistency within, and try not to jump strategies because it's not going to help you. Risk management's a simple one. It's something I actually handled pretty well growing up trading. Always have a stop loss, always have set risk parameters, always have never do's. And those never do's always like scale into losing positions excessively or use any martingale strategies or anything along those lines. Always have your risk management in place. I didn't start adjusting my risk management when it comes down to hedging and these more complex issues until I was already profitable in trading. And then I started to adjust how I would execute and how I would exit positions. They're very, very complex. And I think it's something that you need to learn at some point in your trading career, but not something you need to learn as a beginner. That's pretty much everything I would tell myself going back. It's short, it's sweet, it's concise, and it's to the point. Exactly what a trader needs to be. I wouldn't exchange my journey for anything. I would merely tell myself that it's going to be a lot harder than what I thought it would. But the people I've met, the stories I have, the experiences I've shared, and the ability to voice these experiences here at Trade Delicious, I wouldn't change for the world. The community of honesty that we are building and the reality of what trading really is exactly what I wish I had when I started trading. It's been a crazy journey, and this journey is not over. I merely say we're only getting started. We have so much experience, so many people, and so many stories to learn from, that if I were to speak to you directly right now, who's just getting into trading, jump with 2 feet and run. This is an incredible industry. and it will challenge you in ways you wouldn't even dare think about. But it is by far one of the most mature and growing up experiences you can feel. You're your own person, your own boss. You need to be the person that tells yourself off. There's no one to tell you when you're doing what's right and what's wrong. These are all things you need to develop and understand. Whether you make it in trading or not, it is what it is. Not everyone gets there, but you'll learn a lot from this journey. So run in, grab it with two hands and sprint, because it's by far one of the most fun, challenging, and well-rounded experiences you can have as a human being. That was it from me. I wanted to share a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of experience of what I felt and what I think you should do. If you guys did enjoy it, I love the opportunity to chat further with you in the comments. If there's certain topics you want to expand on or get more clarity, or if you have any questions, feel free to jump in one of our live streams. We're live Monday to Friday. Or comment below and we'll see if we can make some more videos expanding on these topics. Guys, this has been Jordon Mellor, the Managing Director of Trade Delicious. It's been an absolute pleasure to be in front of you today, and I wish you all the best in the trading week ahead. We'll see you in the live stream.